Voter suppression is millions of times worse than voter fraud. I'm going to prove it to you a few different ways. I was going to say it's like jaywalking versus a hit and run murder, but it's worse than that. It's like voter fraud is like jaywalking. Voter suppression is like running over a parade full of people and killing an entire town. That's how much different they are. And they use the excuse of voter fraud as their main cause to do voter suppression. One way to put it is voter fraud supposedly helps the Democrats and voter suppression helps the Republicans. And that's how you know that one is good compared to the other one being bad. I'm not saying voter fraud is good, but I'm saying relatively, they're that far away on the spectrum. But in specifics, one thing that makes voter fraud good or not bad at all compared to voter suppression is you can fix it. You always do fix it. Anytime there is any voter fraud, they catch it and it doesn't affect anything. It's fixable, reversible. It doesn't hurt anything, and it hardly ever happens. But just in and of itself, it doesn't hurt anything because it gets caught. If there was ever a huge scheme that would actually change anything, that would get caught too. And the fact that they kept claiming that about the Biden election and kept being proven wrong and all their evidence was faked shows that that's never happened. It's just a few instances. But you can't reverse voter suppression. You can't take back the effect of convincing people that voting doesn't matter, or worse than that, preventing people from voting. So let's take it to the extremes. Let's say if every single vote was fraudulent, at least you're pretending there's democracy. It's like being a Democrat. But if every single vote was stopped, if all the ballot boxes were seized, if Trump just, stopped everyone from voting, then you've ended democracy. So even at the very most extreme, voter fraud isn't nearly as bad as voter suppression. Voter suppression is the end of democracy. Voter fraud is pretending it. But it doesn't work like that. It doesn't happen like that. In the real world, there's 5 instances of voter fraud. There's millions of instances of voter suppression. And so it's far worse in the effect that it has. The voter suppression, again, prevents thousands of millions of people from voting, depending on what the effort is. But even a comment suggesting voter suppression, even a comment begging for voter ID, when again, any voter fraud that ever occurs, they catch it. So you don't need voter ID. But any cause for that is worse than committing voter fraud thousands of times. So let's have some perspective on this. Let's call out what the real evil is, voter suppression, and destroy their argument for it by pointing out that there is no voter fraud. And if there ever is voter fraud, it's caught. And once it's caught, it's corrected. But what you're doing is actually affecting outcomes. Voter fraud is usually just people making mistakes. But you're a mistake to be on that side to try to destroy democracy for Putin and Trump-Putineers.